So, a few months ago, someone over Tumblr asked me, "Do you have any Were Cats OCs? And if so, who are they and what's their story?" And just as I was getting ready to respond, I realized I have a lot of OC lore of these cats, so you just opened the gates of my 2012 OC lore hell, so get ready, this is gonna be a long one. Before we get into that though, I have a word from our sponsors. I'm joking, I've never been sponsored in my life. But I do have a small, announcement question mark to make. It's also very outdated. This video has been a long time coming, I'm sorry. Anyway, my brother, or like my real life blood related brother, recently, quote unquote, it's been like a month already, recently published his first single, so it's gonna be it's out there, and I'm very proud of him. And I'm just listen to it. I'm just gonna play a little bit of the song here, and please don't skip it. I'm watching you. Don't skip it. Yeah, just listen to him, okay? So yeah, I'm very proud of him, and it will mean a lot to me and him if you went and go check him out and all that. So anyway, with that said, I can finally talk about these old cats for I don't know how long this is gonna take me, but we'll find out. Back in the day, in 2012, I was 12 years old, and I had a full allegiance list with three full clans, and one rogue group, but I completely lost the file. But as I was looking if I had anything saved in my hard drive, I came across these screenshots of that one OC cat generator, and that I used to get the general idea of the clan. Of all of these characters, the main characters are White Star, Tatterblossom, and Raven Whisker. So now, I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about them. White Star, leader. Formerly a rogue that lost her way, White Star was very wise and cool-headed, and everyone in the clan felt like they could easily approach and talk to her, even though they still felt pretty intimidated by her. Taking into the clan along her brother as young rogues, White Star quickly proved herself to be a natural leader with great mind for strategy. The horror she lived as a rogue never left her, and most of the clan could still see the fear and desperation reflected in her eyes every time someone approached her. Regardless of her past, after White Star gained her 9 lives, she became close to the warrior Redfur, a calm and loving Tom that gave the support and calm and privacy White Star desperately looked for. Early into her leadership, White Star became pregnant and had 2 daughters, Lynxheart and Cloudstripe. While she loved her daughters dearly, White Star never knew how to properly approach her children, causing Lynxheart to become strange, and Cloudstripe became a shy warrior who looked for her mother's approval with every step she took. Little after her warrior ceremony, Lynxheart became mates with White Star's deputy Blueheart, and she would quickly give birth to her daughter, Honeysun. During Honeysun's apprenticeship, Lynxheart was killed, and Honeysun, driven by grief, went into self-exile for a couple of months, returning later to reconnect with her family and earn her warrior name. Months later, Cloudstripe herself will finally find courage in herself and became mates with the warrior Longmoon, and had 2 kids called Foxkid and Willowkid, who would have become Foxheart and Willowleaf. Just throwing that out there. Tatterblossom, Elder. Tatterblossom, as a warrior named Blossomfoot, served with 3 different clan leaders until she retired under the guidance of her 4th leader, Lost Star. Tatterblossom was known for her keen sense of justice and tenderness. While she was extremely kind and calm, Tara Blossom was someone you don't want to upset. Ever. While she never took a mate, Tara Blossom had 2 kids in her late adulthood, Sandpool and Robinchest. Sandpool took the path of a warrior, while Robinchest served as the clan's medicine cat. Sandpool would later become mates with White Star's brother, Tigerlip, and they would have 1 son together, called Tawnytail. Robinchest, on the other hand, fathered a loner's kids, though only one will survive the birth, a daughter called Brownfeather. Robinchest would take this kid to the clan and raise her himself, surprising everyone when Brownfeather proved herself to be especially talented at healing, serving as the clan's 2nd medicine cat. Tara Blossom too, at one point, would learn the ways of medicine, even if she didn't formally take the role herself. Raven Whisker, warrior. The youngest of the group. Very shy and sweet, but also a very skilled warrior. Raven Whisker is rarely ever sociable, but he enjoys the hunt and safekeeping of his loved ones. Raven Whisker struggled quite a lot to get to his warrior position, but he wouldn't have it any other way. Raven Whisker is not romantic by any means, but he enjoys the company of his mate Tawnytail, and he would do anything in his power to see him happy. Raven Whisker was born to the late warrior Mintbreeze. He had 2 siblings, Blueheart, the deputy, and Silverdapple. The 3 siblings are as close as they can be. As mentioned, Blueheart had 1 daughter with Lynxheart, while Silverdapple went and had 2 leaders, Dogfang and Frozen Spots, and Mindew and Silverfang. Raven Whisker is sure to keep a close eye to his nephews and niece, as well as act like an older brother to them. Oh my god, I'm so tired already. Okay, so that's the main characters. I'm not even halfway done with all the story. Anyway, around 2014, I was 14. I settled on a story that White Star's clan got washed away during a severe flash flood. I live in a place where there are a lot of hurricanes and floods, so I found it fitting because it's something I'm very used to. Only White Star, Raven Whiskered, and Tara Blossom would survive this flood. There's around 3 map arts that I've made to retell the flash flood story and what happened afterwards. There's this one from 2013. I was 13. This all started when I was like in middle school. Map art from 2013 from Bring It to Life, showing White Star being angry at Raven Whisker and just letting out all her anger and grief toward him. Then in 2014 we have Skinny Love, that is basically the same retelling as the former map art. It's just White Star angry and taking it on against Raven Whisker, then Tara Blossom protecting him. Then finally in 2015 there is Banana Co, and this is just how Raven Whisker lost his eye during the flash flood. Before I decided to stick with the flash flood storyline, my Warriors OC actually had a previous lore, plot points and history to make up in-clan relationships, quarrels, and tragedy. I came up with most of the story when I was 13 and I never wrote it down anywhere. So I'm just going off with my very, very, very poor memory. So let's just hope I get it right. Blanca and her brother Wart were starving rogues wandering the forest after they were forced to leave the city. While in search for the first meal in weeks, they were spotted by a Hazel clan patrol. Too hungry and sick to stand, let alone fight, the patrol took the siblings to camp where they were given food and water. When they woke, Ward was very scared and overly defensive, and Blanca wasted no time in protecting him from the crowding clan cats. Last Star, a very old and scrawny Tom, was the clan leader at the time, and he was in grave need of warriors and offered Blanca and Ward a place in the clan. They will be fed and be taken care of in exchange of their battle prowess, aiding the decaying clan with it. Realizing Ward will not survive if they continued walking the same path, Blanca agreed. Blanca and Ward were nursed back to health and trained to become warriors. Blanca and Ward were already adults by the time they joined Hazel Clan, so they were the biggest and oldest apprentice Hazel Clan will ever have. While the cats in the clan often gave these newcomers some odd glances, they quickly warmed up to them and did what they could to support them. Blanca and Ward became White Claw and Tiger Lip. Hazel Clan's most skilled and respected warriors. Shaped by their life on the streets and knowledge of battle, the siblings struggled a bit to form relationships. By the time they were well set into their warrior duties, they crafted friendships and strong relationships with most of their clanmates. And with Tigerly becoming mates with Sandpool, the two siblings finally learned to relax and allow themselves to be taken care of. After finishing her first apprentice's training, Whiteclaw got appointed as Lost Star's deputy, and they worked together for months until Lost Star passed away due to old age. Hazel Clan lived in bliss for many years under White Star's leadership. Kids became warriors, elders enjoyed their last days peacefully in camp with their loved ones. White Star bore Redford's kids, Cloud Kid and Lynx Kid, and Tigerlip was the proud father of Tawny Paw. Around this time, however, a heavily pregnant kitty pet stumbled into Hazel Clan's territory and she was taken into camp. The kitty pet claimed she had left her horrible two legs and wanted to give her kittens a safe and happy life. White Star saw herself in this kitty pet, so she took her in and renamed her Coffee Leaf. Coffee Leaf would later have 3 kids, Long Kid, Miss Kid, and White Kid, named after the cat who changed Coffee Leaf's life for the better. Seasons passed. White Star became a grandmother as Lynx Heart had her own kid with the deputy. Along the years, White Star became very close to Tatter Blossom and her children, Sandpool and Ravenchest, and became very proud of her nephew Tawnytail when he finally gained the courage to confess his feelings to Blueheart's brother, Ravenwhisker. Coffee Leaf's kids became Long Moon, Mistwolf, and White Rose. White Star's kid, Cloudstripe, became close to Long Moon, and White Rose made sure to follow White Star's advice and wisdom. They live a good life for a while, but as they say, all good things. When Honeypaw started her apprenticeship, her mother, Lynxheart, got captured and killed by Two Legs. Such a horrifying death shook the clan to its core. White Star was unable to lead for weeks, and Blueheart was not doing much better. Hazel Clan essentially remained leaderless and frozen for a while until the leader and deputy found solace and recovery. Amidst this tragedy, Honeypaw felt rejected by her father. No one looked after her or comforted her in her grief, and such, Honeypaw went into self-exile and joined the loners of the city. During the same moon, White Rose and her apprentice Waterpaw, Silver Devil's son and Blueheart's nephew, got attacked by dogs during a hunting trip. White Rose got severely wounded and would have been killed if Waterpaw hadn't jumped in to defend her. Waterpaw launched himself at the pack leader and in his rage blinded the dog, making him and his followers flee. In camp, Ravenchest and his daughter did everything in their power to nurse White Rose back to health, and they did it. Only now White Rose had an enormous scar on her neck as a memoir of her strength as a warrior. White Star was so impressed by both White Rose and Waterpaw that she made White Rose a senior warrior despite her young age, and Waterpaw became a warrior named Dogfang. Silver Dapple was very proud of her son and Frozen Spots, Dogfang's littermate, and created a strong bond with him. Shortly after Dogfang and Frozen Spots' warrior ceremony, Honeypaw, now a full adult, returned to Hazel Clan. Her family, especially Blueheart, was ecstatic to see her again, but Honeypaw had changed. She was scarred and distant and struggled to speak with others. White Star recognized this as the marks of the city, something she could heavily relate to. Honeypaw was renamed Honeysun, and while she served as a talented warrior for the clan, she constantly needed rest, calm, poppy seeds to ease her pain. Blueheart and Cloudstripe helped her move forward and become her best self. Hi, Editing Polly here. Editor's note, this following part has mentions of domestic violence. So yeah, if that's triggering for you, you can skip to this timestamp. I'm sorry, I don't go much into detail about it, but just be warned. It is a thing. So yeah, love you guys. Sorry, my 12-year-old self was seeing things they shouldn't have seen. Love you guys. When Silver Dapple's second leader, Mintpaw and Silverpaw, became apprentices, White Rose returned to camp alone, beaten and bruised, claiming that her mate, Snowstorm, had attacked her. White Rose was expecting kids at the time, and this shook her to her core. Silver Dapple was in disbelief, as Snowstorm had fathered her kids as well, but she took White Rose's side and supported her. When White Star questioned Snowstorm's motives, it was clear he had hurt White Rose when she showed distrust in him and in his lack of morality. Olive Sky and Tigertail, Snowstorm's parents, were horrified at their son's actions and asked White Star to act how she seemed fit. In the end, Snowstorm himself chose to leave the clan as he saw it undeserving of his greatness and power. White Rose gave birth to 2 kids, Hawkit and Greykit, and Silver Dapple and her own kids were always there for them and considered them a part of their little family. Olive Sky and Tigertail also made sure to visit the new mother constantly and help her raise her children. Around this time, Cloudstripe and Longmoon had their litter, Foxkit and Willowkit, and the kids will grow close to Hawkit and Greykit as well. Snowstorm, on the other hand, had started to build his own tiny army of loners, rogues, and kitty pets, including Coffeeleaf's former mate, Orchard. Snowstorm promised him a safe, blissful life if they joined his forces in the forest. But Orchard saw right through Snowstorm and his true motives, and he secretly worked with White Star to defeat Snowstorm for good. In the end, Snowstorm was driven away, and his followers settled on a barren land on the other side of town. Orchard met up with Coffeeleaf one last time. Even though they didn't get back together, Orchard was glad and happy to see Coffeeleaf was okay, and that her kids had grown into such fine cats. Orchard went back to his 2 legs, and even though he was missed by his kids and parents, the clan never heard from Snowstorm ever again. There are some minor characters that don't make much of an appearance, such as Dawncloud, Burnpelt, and Starling, which are based off of cats I had/knew when I was like 11. Burnpelt is especially inspired of my first cat ever, who, as you can guess, had a singed pelt due to an electric accident. This accident happened before we adopted him, by the way. We didn't do that to him. He came like that. So yeah, Burnpelt had a singed pelt. Real life Burnpelt was raised with another neighborhood cat, Real life Dawncloud, and they were as close as siblings. And Dawncloud then had a mate named Starling, and they had 3 kids, Golden Kid, Sun Kid, and Lion Kid. And these are all inspired by real life cats. Dawncloud and her kids and their story as of today are being reused in another story I'm writing. Not Warriors related. So by the end, Hazel Clan's family tree kinda looks like this. If I remember correctly, there was also a storyline of Frozen Spots getting into a half-clan relationship with a warrior from a no-mate clan, and also a timeskip where Blueheart became Blue Star, and just a lot of shenanigans, but these were mostly like Sandbox idea. However, none of this really matters, as only 3 of these characters are gonna survive the storyline. That's horrible, I'm sorry. During a particularly rainy summer day, the clan was keeping themselves occupied restoring camp walls and taking cover from the rain. Unbeknownst to them, the humans were getting ready to release the dam. The strength of the dam stream washed through the forest and straight into Hazel Clan's camp. No one was prepared for the impact, and most of the cats in the clan got washed away instantly. Raven Whisker managed to climb atop a huge boulder, holding onto it for dear life. An apprentice called Deerpaw, which is gonna be like Miss Wolf and Dogfang's daughter, got flushed into the sky due to the torrent's strength, and she tried to find solid ground and safety with Raven Whisker. In the end, Deerpaw only managed to grab Raven Whisker by the eye, blinding him. Deerpaw fell into the roaring stream, never to rise again. When the flooding stopped, Raven Whisker found himself surrounded by the bodies of his clanmates, his littermates, and his mate. Blinded and traumatized, Raven Whisker went to find survivors, only to meet with Tather Blossom and White Star, who had survived staying on higher ground, and the three bond over their shared grief and need for survival. So that's Hazel Clan's history. I actually have a screenplay I wrote back in 2018 telling the story after the flood and how these three survivors coped and moved forward after such a horrifying loss, but I still haven't decided if I want to animate it. I haven't gotten rid of the document though after all these years, so I just might do something with it. Who knows? If I'm being completely honest though, back when I was brainstorming this clan's story, my little 12-year-old brain was like, hey, let's add some really, really fucked up plot lines into this. Remembering said plot lines, I just really want to go back in time and shake my 12-year-old self screaming, where are your parents? Like, you're 12, go play Pokemon, don't think about this stuff, what the hell? I'm pretty sure I thought about this stuff because I wanted to seem serious and mature with the stories I created, but man, I had no business doing that. It was messed up. So if you have little siblings or children or whatever, just do keep an eye on them. Don't let them be me. I'm also very mad at my 12-year-old self because back in the day I had posted a video where I drew all of these characters I've just told you about, like all of them. And as I got older, aka I turned 13, instead of privating the video and archive it like a normal fucking person, I just deleted it. And there's no way for me to recover it, it's gone, it's forever lost of time, and I'm so mad. Also, I'm not sure as to why I named the clan Hazel Clan. I really like hazelnut spread, and the word hazel is pretty cute to me, so that may be why. I also did an allegiance list with the A Paw in Each World website to organize characters and such, so if you wanna go and take a look, I will link it in the description along the family tree. This video became a lot longer than I was expecting, man! So I'm just gonna leave it here. Also, to be just fully transparent, all the art I made for this video dates back to October, like the beginning of October, late September, early October. The script is from September. It's December now. So it's all over the place, but I hope you had fun hearing about this story, even though it's, tragic, messed up, but they do have a happy ending, I promise you. So I'm gonna think if I wanna animate the screenplay or not. Anyway, I'm just dragging the video. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy this. So, see you guys later. Check my brother's single. Thank you. Bye bye.